with the flow and to be in the popularity contest. They don't look for what's really truly makes sense or what's right or what's wrong. Right?
Right, right. Well, two other things that I would like to point out. Okay, he dogs Doug because of Doug's children. Scotty has no right to sit and dog Doug about anything to do with his kids because Scotty's own daughter don't have nothing to do with him. For the same reasons that he's accusing Doug of. What makes you any freaking better than Doug? A sin is a sin. We all sin. All sins are equal.
Because he don't, in my opinion, this is my opinion, because he don't see it that way. He don't care about it that way. He
Exactly.
cares about the clout that he can get from what he's doing right now to somebody else.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's
other
the whole sickness of it comes in. And that's where if somebody in this app doesn't come together and stand together and take up and make a group, that it's not going to ever stop.
Right. The other thing I'd like to add is he dogs Doug for drinking. Okay? Scotty gets drunk in the middle of the night, running around in his pink dress.
You can hear it. You can see it.
Yes.
If it ain't drinking, what is it? Now, I'm not going to accuse nobody of something I don't know nothing about, but what do they do to Doug?
Right. Well, I don't know anything about him doing any drugs or anything, honestly.
No, they don't.
But I do know that he drinks to get belligerent. And that's the whole thing that he's hating on Doug too. You know, how can you hate Doug for something that you do?
Because
two wrongs don't make a right, you know?
No, two wrongs don't make a right. He has no guilt on his conscience because he thinks anything he does is not wrong. And it's about what kind of opinion or what can he get out of this app to make attention on.
Exactly. The other thing that I would like to say is he's mad at Doug because Doug uses older folks, older women. Well, what the hell does he think he's doing? He's accepting all these gifts, the same gifts that he's dogging Doug about.
Yeah, I'm not sure where you are on that. I'm not calling you wrong or nothing. I'm just saying.
Miss Diane, I'm not disrespecting you, but I'm going to use you as an example because her name is thrown up in it all the time.
Okay, I'm going to let you speak just carefully, okay?
Oh, I am.
Okay.
I have nothing against Miss Diane.
I believe you. I'm listening.
But she gifts Doug. Scotty gets mad and says it's because Miss Diana is 70 years old. Doug's taking advantage of her. But that's Miss Diane's choice.
And she's fully confident.
And she can make that choice if that's the choice she wants to make. It ain't your business. It ain't my business. And it damn sure ain't Scotty's business.
She's not in a nursing home somewhere out of her head. She's fully confident. She's just 11. Exactly. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll let you go ahead.
Okay, so what's the difference from Miss Diane gifting Doug than all these gifters that's in there gifting Scotty?
I'm not sure. I haven't followed who's gifting him. That's a good point, if you're right.
I'm just saying I've known Scotty a long time now. So what's the difference between it? You know, Scotty's got young and old in his following that gifts him. So what makes him any better?
Well, nothing makes him any better.
Exactly. And you know, I just feel like that this is all for Scotty's gain. I know it's for Scotty's gain. If something doesn't go Scotty's way, Scotty throws his little temper tantrum like a little 3-year-old that he mentally is, and to get his way. You know, and it's not fair. And one of these days, he's going to walk into somebody that's bigger and better than he is, and he's going to meet his maker.
True. Hello, Glenn.
There's
Hey, how you
always
doing?
somebody bigger and badder than the next.
I'm doing good. If when one's hurt is done talking, I'd like for you to talk, Glenn. But I'd like for you to finish what you're saying, please. One's hurt. Okay.
And number one, I didn't get kicked out of the Rook, and it's not holler, it's Rook Hauler. Get your spelling right. I didn't get kicked out of his Discord. I left the Discord, and it wasn't the Rook Hauler's Discord to begin with. So there's that. You clown.
Tell it. Tell it. Isn't it good to be able to say that? Because you got your voice hushed from that before. I know you did.
You stole all the money people sent you to deliver food to his trailer. I got. Hold on a minute.
Wait, Glenn, please. I'm gonna let you talk. Believe me.
No, I'm just hollering at my dog.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Oh, no. You know what? Whenever I get off of here, if any of y'all want to follow me, follow this account, and I will upload the video of me delivering the food. That Scotty is one of them that paid me to take to the Rook Caller. So fuck you and your mama. Now.
All right, baby. Well, as long as that's not something that gets me banned, let her say it, Gary. She deserves to be able to say how she feels now.
Well, this guy says he doesn't use it, but I want people to know what you're doing.
If you was as big and as bad as you say or try to pretend you are down here, you would change your picture from a P and put your real picture up there, or you'd come up in the box and confront me person to person. I'm not no child. I don't take things like a child. Talk to me like an adult.
Now, her voice ain't gonna get took here. You can forget that. This is a place where everybody who's been the underdog in all this, which in my opinion are the people who have been right and honest and heartfelt and God driven, really, in all this, we get our voice hushed. Not here, not in my box. No, you're not. Betsy, you are in love with Doug or his little D. Okay, first of all, my name's not Betsy. My name is Beth. Okay? And I'm not in any way in love with Duo Ugg or his little D.
Okay, but that's another point. Say you was. What's it their business?
It ain't, but I'm not. I mean, right here, look. See
Oh,
that
I
man
know. Oh, I know.
That's who I'm in love with. That's my
I've heard
husband.
Gary speak. I've heard Gary speak many a times.
Right.
And, I respect him, and I'm not trying to start no trouble, between you and him, but what if you was in love with Doug? Whose business is it besides yours, Doug's, and Gary's?
You're right. You're 100% right. It wouldn't be nobody's business. But the fact is, I'm not. But
Right.
yeah, you're right. It's nobody's business. None.
There, Marie, come in the box if you want to.
Do I need to pull somebody else up, Diana?
Carrie Marie, she's
And I even got screenshots whenever I busted Scotty out in Doug's live once before. I've got screenshots where, while I was busting him out, Scotty was begging me to be his friend on Discord. Boo, baby, if you want to talk to me in public. Stop being so sneaky.
Diane, unless it comes up in the guest thing as an invite, I can't accept it because sometimes they pop up and.
they just had something to say, but I think they're gone now.
Okay, I'm just saying I'm not gonna not invite somebody you say is good to come up, but I didn't get them. So one part.
Gary did love Doug. What's it to you? Gary's a grown man. And I'm
Right.
not saying Gary because I know he's not. But what is it? What's the problem
That's
with
the
it?
whole point. You're right, One Heart. What is it to anybody else? What somebody else's personal opinions, thoughts, beliefs, religions are toward another human being that they think they got the right to get on this app and control how you feel, how you think, and say, oh, if it's not what I feel, if it's not what I think, if it's not what I deem okay, then be damned to you. It's not right. You're exactly right.
What if they are freaks in the sheets? Hey, at least they still got it.
You didn't see no evidence.
Yeah, I don't. Bitch, you see what I'm saying? They love saying stuff like that, and I don't care. Gary, you responding to that stuff?
You know, that's the way I look at it. Are you jealous because they are freaks in the sheets and you're not?
I'm so
Dude,
not.
they-
I'm so
they
born
cannot-
and freak in the
They
sheet.
cannot help that they've got it and you don't.
You've seen the evidence, he says.
He does. Evidence of what? See, this is what I love right here. Oh, wait a minute.
This is it.
Be sure to protect the DOUG had STD. Okay.
Well, how do you know he had it? Did you give it to him?
Thank you, once hurt.
I mean, I'm just being truthful.
That's right.
Unless whoever he is had sex with him or went to one of his doctor's appointments with him, how the hell would you
Yes.
know he had it? How do you know he still has it? Are you still riding his dick?
Don't get me banned.
Yeah.
I don't know what the correct things to say or not on here, but
Penis.
She's a friend of the family. Okay.
I mean, I don't want to. I don't. This while we're here, I don't want to hush your words. Let's hush. I mean,
Well, if you're a friend of the family, whose family friend are you? Because if Doug was my family and you talk like that about my family member, baby, you ain't no friend of mine, and you sure in the hell ain't no friend of my family.
correct.
Please don't treat family like that. Family don't treat family like that. You better go over and rock it with your Scotty.
Yeah.
Hey, once hurt.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
appreciate you coming in here, and I appreciate you speaking. And I'm not trying to hush your voice at all. Don't mute yourself. Stay right in here. Stay with us. I do want to acknowledge Glenn coming into the box, and I'd like to hear what he has to
Okay,
say.
go ahead.
Are you still there, Glenn?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right.
All this
You can
crap,
say what
all
you-
this crap is crazy. It's freaking crazy.
Yeah, it
And the
is.
bad thing about it is Doug don't ask for money. As
He
far as I've been
doesn't.
following Doug, he's never asked for any money. Yeah, everybody gift him, but that's on them. If they want to gift him, they gift him. If you don't, you don't.
I agree.
But the guy is not begging for anything.
Well, I'm sure I'm not the only one that has heard Doug say many a times, Diane, Karen, stop it. Stop it right now.
You
Hey,
tell
Rob,
me
I'll
I can
give you
get
a box.
Cinderella.
Proud Mary, I'll give it to you if you'll let Glenn speak. I'll let you come on up. I'm not going to hush nobody's voice in this. No. I don't know what I'm doing for sure, but if you request and I see it, I'll pull it up, okay?
I'm not trying to start anything, but I'm just saying, Doug is not begging or doing anything. Now, all these other creators, they do all kind of crap. Doug's not doing it. And I wish everybody would freaking just stop with Doug. Please stop. I mean,
Doug's in here now.
don't too damn far.
It's an invite if you want in.
Open book. I want everyone to mute themselves. I just want to ask you an honest question, heart to heart.
Yes.
So, I didn't know. There was one night that you were in a box live with me, and you were called a name, and I literally fought for you. I took up for you, and I made a couple enemies for that. But I didn't honestly know who you were. I didn't know who B was. Bird B, I didn't know, but I know that you came up in many of our lives and our boxes, and your voice is absolutely freaking amazing. I cheered you on. I loved you. But then I find out you're sitting there saying that you're this true person. I didn't know who you really were. And now you have like all these different accounts. Personally, I only have one. I don't give a shit. It's just me. But you have so many multiple ones. You literally let me down. Like, you let me down. I supported
Not
you.
Glenn,
I cannot believe that a beautiful woman with a beautiful voice would support someone who is a narcissist, who is a freaking. I don't get it. I don't. He's racist. I don't get it. I loved you and I supported you and I even went against people for you, and you totally let me down.
Mary.
And this is between me and you. Nobody
Yeah.
else needs to speak.
No, I'm asking nobody else to speak. You're right. It's between me and you, and I get where you're coming from 100% because I felt like I was done the same way in a lot of ways with other people. I do. But when you're saying that I am supporting someone, first of all, let's be clear. I'm not financially supporting Doug because, first of all, I don't think that Doug is in a good place to make the best financial decisions. So therefore, I'm not going to financially give him money. Okay. Second of all, you all are so mad at me for not spewing hate back at him, but yet I don't spew hate at nobody. Okay. And here's the thing that kills me the most. Okay. And this is why I wanted to open this platform and let everybody talk and have a voice. Okay. Is because my voice got hushed. Because what you all want to see is me supporting Doug is not necessarily me supporting Doug. It's me being the person that I feel like God wants me to be, and that's not being judgmental to other people. Okay? Now, when he says the things he said to me that's hateful and disrespectful, I don't take away from that. I don't say he didn't do it. I don't deny that it wasn't done. But I also think that, when those things come from alcohol-induced speak, that I don't account them for much, and I don't hold them to much.
I understand that, but you deceived me and you deceived other people. That's the problem I'm having right now. You deceived me. I supported you and you deceived me. That's what I feel right now. You absolutely deceived so many people on this app that I feel so let down, so deceived. I really do. And I am the one that went in there for like freaking hour on this. And in my defense, I didn't know a lot about Doug at the time, but I happened to be up at 2 a.m. I thought he was going to do something to himself. It scared me. I made a date with him on that Sunday morning. This is probably, I don't know, months ago. And it's just me being my heart. I get your heart. I get everyone's heart. But when I went in and I spent that time with him, he lied to me. He did not do what he said he was going to do, and I've never been back in. I will not support that. And then you come in to different people lie. I don't like deception. You absolutely deceived me.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what's
please.
wrong with everybody. Let me talk. That's what's wrong with everybody. They want to see Doug do something. That's the reason
I
why
don't care what Doug does. I don't want to be lied
Glenn, I'm
to
going
or
to let you talk. I
deceived.
promise, Glenn. I'm going to let you talk. I promise. But Primary's right. This is between us. And I'm asking you, in what way do you feel deceived by me? In what way?
Because you come in multiple counts. You come in multiple counts. You have come in so many. I have different groups that I'm friends with, and I see you up there in different names, and your voice is amazing, and I'm supporting you. And you absolutely, when I found out who you really were, I'm like, why is she going? And I think it's because I don't have multiple counts. It's just me. I am me. I don't need multiple counts. Don't know how to make one. Don't give a shit to make one. I am me. But come in on different accounts and be something that you're really not. That you claim you're not, but you kind of really did, sweetheart. You deceived me, and you deceived a lot of other people. You hurt my heart. I'm sure a lot of other people was hurt by it too as well. But then you and your husband come on like, I don't know. I'm so confused. You just like supported this. You can't support a narcissist, racist person. You just can't do it. It's not right. Don't give me God. Don't give me Jesus, honey. I'm a God-fearing woman. You went against God.
Mary, I'm not going to cut you off, okay? You can slow down, calm down, and speak what you got to say. You don't have to scream it all out. I'm not going to cut you off. I'm listening.
I'm sorry if I'm screaming. I've been
Okay,
whole month of
honoring what you got to
August
say.
with COVID. My ears are still clogged, so I think that nobody can hear like I can hear. Sorry.
I know you're upset, and I respect that, and I'm not going to cut you off. I'm going to let you say what you want to say, okay?
Well, I mean, I think I said what I said. I don't understand. And you come again. You know, here's the thing too. Let me tell you something. And I don't need receipts. I don't need videos. I don't need pictures. I don't need nothing. I know for 110% fact. I was there live multiple times. No one needs to tell me. You all can come against SP. You all can come against KK. But the bottom line is, they never shot the first fire. Doug shot the first fire. He's the one that brought up SP. He blamed SP for everything. He wasn't even on her radar. And he has brought so much crap out about her that it's not even true, because I was there live. I don't need you to tell me any different. Don't gaslight me into thinking different, because I'm not. I know for a fact, SP and KK, he wasn't on there. And you all attacked SP and them. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. Excuse me. I didn't hear a word out of their mouths. That came from him.
Okay, SP attacked me. SP attacked my husband. She took words that were said the night that Doug come into the live when Crazy Mama was in there on Verena's live and come in there, and the whole thing went to an explosion. She took things and she turned it into a narrative. The next day, that morning, I woke up to a shit show, and it was turned into something and everything that it wasn't, to the point of saying that maybe my husband was even a pedophile. I mean, she twists stuff, and it's so bad that it's not even funny, you all. But I'm not going to say she don't say things and stand for things that are good. Y'all are not going to get the argument out of me you think you're going to get, because I'm not a judgmental person. I will see good where good is, and I will see bad where bad is. Has SP spoke things that are good and right and true and correct? Yeah. Has she took things and took them out of context and turned them wrong? 100% I guarantee you a fact. She has, because she done it to me, and she done it to my husband. She twisted my words, she twisted his words. Okay? Now, that being said, I'm not pretending to be somebody I'm not at all. I said I did not like what Doug said about the race stuff. And I said I did not like certain things he said toward other women. I said it, and I stand by it. I have not once have I declined from that. Not once.
You say that, but you keep going in. Here's the thing about me. Once he did it, I dropped and never went back in. You can't keep going back in and keep saying that, Betsy.
You know why?
Or Beth, or whatever your name is.
You know why I go back in right now, Proud Mary? Because I was challenged not to. Because I was friends with a lot of you all, and a lot of people, and Verena being the top one that I consider my top friend, okay? I went in there and I was friends, and my heart was true and pure. And then I got attacked for nothing. I got attacked because I was asked to come in the box in his live and admit who I was, and I did, because I was talking to Diana. And when I got invited into that live, I spoke my truth then, and I said I didn't like the things he said and things he'd done. I said it then. I've never varied. I've never wavered from that one bit. I'm in his box right now, and he's letting me speak. When I was in there a while ago, you know why he's letting me speak? Because I'm speaking truth. I'm telling him the truth, what I've said about him, what I feel about him, what I think about him. And I'm not varying, and I'm not wavering from who I am or what I think or what I feel, but I'm getting attacked because it does not coincide with what other people feel and think. That's not what I'm going to do to others, and that's not what I want done to me, period.
Okay, I don't disagree with you, but here's, I think, the difference between me and you. I've been attacked too. My words have been twisted too. I get it. It's TikTok, man. I get it. But here's the thing. When I say I'm done, I drop and I'm done. And I don't go back in. And that's what I did with Doug. You keep going back in. That's the problem. When you're done, you say you're done. When you say your piece, you walk away. That's what I do, and that's what I've done. Prove me different. I'll tell you different, because that's what I do. I do not keep supporting something and trying to reason with it. If you say you're a God-fearing woman, then you hand it to God and you walk away from it. That's what I do. You keep going in. Why do you do that?
I'm not denying what you're saying. I'm not discrediting what you're saying. I believe and I hear what you're saying. 100% I hear you. I do. But please don't mistake Please don't mistake me being back in Doug's live to have a voice as being someone who 100% supports everything about Doug. Please don't do that because I never said that. Do I hate Doug? No. Have I said the whole time I don't hate Doug? Yeah. Will I spew hate on him and put him down because other people want me to? No, I won't. Because that's not what you do, Proud Mary. That's not what you do. That's
No,
not what
that's
I
not what you do. I agree with you on that. But God said, and you can read the word, honey, because I'll point it out to you.
do. Okay,
You don't
calm
have to be
down.
around toxic people. You can love them and pray for them afar, but you can't keep going back like you're supporting them because everyone thinks you're supporting them because you keep going back. No,
That's
that's
what
what you. I have family members I love dearly, but I walked away. You got to walk away and say, God, it's yours, not mine. You keep going back.
Proud Mary. What you see is me going back is me where I never left. And the point and the fact that I say, not you and not many other people, not a lot of other people, but there are people that are falsely attacking Doug, okay? They are, it's not really falsely. I'm not even going to say falsely. I'm going to say they won't let up off of him, okay? They asked a certain thing from him. He gave it, provided it. He's trying his best, but people won't stop and people won't let go. And what I see, and it's not just Doug, it's not just Doug. Believe me, it's not just Doug. There's a lot of other people out there, and I'm not saying it's you, but there are a group. There is a group of people that are attacking other people because they do not do what they think they should do. They don't feel how they think they should feel. They don't act how they think they should act. Okay, well, here's my thing. You don't have to agree with what a person thinks, feels, or how they act. You don't have to agree with it at all. But you don't got the right to attack them. Two wrongs don't make a right. That's where I'm standing in. It's not just against Doug. It's against anybody that's getting done like this on this platform, period. You know, that's why I wanted to have this box. That's why I wanted to come in here. I want people to be able to speak because I got my voice hushed, okay? I was in a platform, I was in a box, I was speaking to people that I consider my friends, that I really loved and cared about, and I still do because that's how I am and that's who I am, and I can't be nobody other than that, okay? So when I was trying to tell my side of it and my heart was broken, I was in tears. All it took was one person to say, please, just please go away. Don't, just go away, leave us alone. And what happened to Verena, who I thought was my friend, she shut me out. She shut my voice up. Okay, that's
No,
wrong.
let me tell you, I know Verena personally. And Verena doesn't shut nobody up. Verena is probably the most kindest person on this app,
That's what I
but
thought.
she will not put up with the BS like anybody else.
I wouldn't be
You know,
asking.
what I am saying to you is we've all been attacked. Okay, listen, I get it. We've all been attacked. I've had my words twisted. I've been attacked, and I'm like, what just happened here? When that happens, I drop, I go down, and I leave for days at a time because I have to regroup and pray to God. Okay, but what I don't do is I don't go back in those people's lives because it's toxic. God doesn't want me to go into toxic people. He wants me to love them. He wants me to pray for them, but he doesn't expect me to hang with them. You keep hanging.
I'm not hanging. What makes you think I'm hanging?
Because you keep going in every time. And I feel like today, when I was listening to you, you were like trying to defend him. And it's like, why are you keep defending the repeat?
Defending the things that gets done to him wrong. I'm not defending Doug. That's what you got twisted right there. Okay? Because what happened to Doug happened to me. Okay? I went over and I made what I thought was true friends with a lot of you all. And just because because I wouldn't stoop to the level of spewing my mouth off in hate towards someone, and they felt that I needed to at that time, or because I wouldn't go attack my husband and have a big fight right here in the middle of God and everybody in my household because he was doing something I disagreed with. They're trying to tell me that I'm wrong. What? You don't get to do that. No, you don't get to do that. I make my own decisions. I'm adult. I know.
Honey, I really honestly never got one time that anyone expects you to go against your husband. I never thought one time that anyone wanted you to go against anything but your heart. But the thing is, you don't seem to understand that we're not oh God, Jesus, help me, because you don't see what you're doing. You keep going after people, or I'm sorry, you keep going into Doug's lives, and it's like you're trying to explain yourself constantly, and it's like sometimes I'm sitting on the outside thinking, why is this precious woman, precious beautiful woman with a precious voice, keep defending a man like this who will not change? And yet you say, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Honey, I get Jesus. I read the word. I go to church. I know. God doesn't expect you to keep defending someone that keeps repeating themselves. We're not asking you to go against anything or anyone. We're not haters. We're just trying to say, oh my God, let's just tell the truth here and stop repeating yourselves.
I mean, what you see has me. I'm not defending. I will say right here, right now. I'll say it in Doug's live, my live, anybody's live.
Then it's time to walk away. I walked away from many. It's time to no. All you have to do is walk away and give it to God. If you're a God-fearing woman, give it to God.
You can't make me do that, Proud Mary. That's the
I ain't making you do nothing, but you're reading the different word than I am.
No, you can't make me do that.
I'm not making you do nothing. I'm just telling you what word of God are you reading, because mine says different.
Okay, listen. But here's the thing: you can't demand me do something the way you think I should do it. Okay,
I'm not demanding nothing. I'm just really not demanding nothing. I am not the person to demand nothing. Trust me. I'm just simply saying, I thought the world of you, and you just, when all this came out, I was like, oh my God, I love this girl, and then she's in there supporting Doug. I'm not telling you to nobody can tell me to do nothing, but you cannot keep repeating this crap and expect everyone to support you.
Supporting Doug. What is your problem with that? Please tell me. Okay, now let's get real nitty and gritty here, okay? Let's please do this, all right? You want to bring God into this and be real nitty gritty about it, all right?
No, you're the one that brought God in this a while back, honey.
You're saying that's what I'm doing. All right, you're saying that's what I'm doing. How does God judge one person's sins over another?
He doesn't. I'm not saying that, honey. I'm not saying that. No one is better than the other person. We've all sinned. No sin is greater than the other. What I'm saying is there's a time when God says, you did what you could do. Now.
And I'm there. Who muted her? Why is she muted? Did you mute yourself? I don't want you muted. I want you to speak what you want to speak, Proud Mary.
All I'm saying is, I have no right to tell anyone what to do, and that's not what I'm doing. I don't want anyone to tell me what to do. I get that. But what I'm saying is, you've talked multiple times about, I didn't bring God in it. You did multiple times. Okay? What I'm saying is, let's put God out of this. What I'm saying is, even with family members, you can love, you can pray for from afar. You don't have to keep going back into them, okay? You keep going back in, just like today. He's not going to change. I know you want him to, but he's not. All you can do is pray to God to make him change, or hopefully he can change, or pray that he changes. But you keep seeing to supporting something that's not going to happen, but yet you come into different lives, and there again, that's where my heart is. You came in different lives on me. I'm sorry if I'm not on here all the time. I have a business I run. I'm sorry, but I'm telling you, I thought, wow, this lady's voice is great. Wow, this lady is beautiful. Oh my God, I love her. And then I find out you go on a different accounts. That's what I'm bugged about. Don't come on different accounts. You sat there the other day and said, I am who I am. I am who I am. Well, no, you're not. You're not who you are if you come on different accounts. This is my only account. I am who I am. What I'm saying is you can't come in different accounts and support this group, support that group, and support him.
Let somebody block you. Let somebody mute you. Let somebody shut you down. And let somebody shut your words off.
Honey, it happens all the time. It happens all the time to me. Trust me.
Well, I don't like it.
I don't like it either, but it is what it is. If we speak the truth, we get shut down. I get
That's
that.
what I'm saying. That's why there's no reason for me not to send on another account to speak my truth. And listen, I will. Here, what are you doing? Don't get mad. Listen, I will respectfully. No, I mean I respect what you're saying. I do. I'm not disrespecting what you're saying at all, and I'm not disrespecting how you feel because I was made to feel the very same way by other people. Okay, all right, that I loved and I felt very dear and close to, and I felt like just as soon as something I said or did didn't jive with what they agreed with, then I was hated on. Okay, now. You're wanting to say that I continue to go back in, I continue to support. Well, it's not a matter of continuing to go back in or continuing to support. I'm not speaking anything any different now than I felt from the time that I walked out the door and made friends with other people. I'm not speaking anything any different. You didn't get me in any of your all's boxes or any of your all's lives calling Doug a piece of shit or a sorry no good, he'll never amount to nothing and he ain't got no rights and he's a piece of crap or he ain't no good. You never heard those words come out of my mouth, not once, because I never thought them, I never felt them. That's why I never spoke them. Okay? Now, that's because I am who I am, and I'm not going to look at another human being like that because I don't want other people to look at me like that. Now, I mean, you can say that I was falsified in who I was or what I said or what I did and went back to this side or that side. It's not a matter of sides. It's a matter of what you feel in your heart is right and what you feel is wrong. And I never, ever, ever, by trying to reach out to other people, when I had to walk away from Doug's live and not be in it and disconnect myself from it for the racial reasons, okay? Because it was hard on me to sit there and try to be helpful because that's all I was trying to do was say, hey, I think you should do this. I think it'd be better if you do that. And I think you're doing this and that. And that's what's hurting me. And that's all I was doing, you know, even more than anybody that gave a care or had a heart would do. And then that happened and it kept happening. So for me to keep myself in that position and keep myself in that place, it just makes me look like a fool. And it degrades my child. And that's not what I'm going to do. And that's not what I am doing now. It's not. It's not what I'm doing now. What I am doing now is saying that I see strictly how he feels because all I done was be friends with you and other people in your little group of people. And not that I'm judging everybody as a whole because everybody's different. And that's racism if I do it for one person. And judge everybody else on their account because I'm not doing that. And I won't. But I'm saying what it made me feel like was I was right to start with. I was right to start with because I'm getting hated on because my opinions are different than what theirs are. And I'm getting kicked to the curb and I'm getting spit on. And that's what I felt like because I felt like, I mean, I really made friends with people and I'm not reading nobody's comments, just so you know. And I really felt like, you know, that I don't know. When I call somebody a friend, and I tell you I like you and I love you and stuff. I mean it. I'm not just saying it. No, I'm just not. This is not who I am.
I understand that you're truly trying to be there for someone, but you're putting yourself out there to someone who's not going to change.
No, probably not.
And the thing is, you're hurting yourself. You're hurting your marriage, from what I could tell. I could be wrong. That's what I could tell.
That's
but
over.
I'm just saying to you, it doesn't hurt to walk away. And that's what I had to do. That's why many of us had to do. I mean, There are
You're
so
right.
many people that has tried. Listen, when I first came in to Doug's live was back, I think, in February when my daddy was dying. I sat there by his bed while he was dying. And I'm sitting there and I'm just kind of, scrolling through, TikTok, and I came across Doug. And it was adventures, which I love to kayak, I love to hike, I love all that. So I'm thinking, oh, this is great. But then it was just nothing but it was, oh my God, I don't even need to say it. Let's just not even say it, okay?
Yeah, it turned
I,
into
and there was Verena in there was Jason, there was Martin, there was so many people I could call by name more that was in there supporting him, trying to help him.
that
And
drew
he
you more
just
into the whole situation than him.
he just kept attacking. You can't blame these people for leaving.
I'm not denying that.
But you're the one that keeps going back.
Why
They're
do you
not.
call what I'm doing
They
going back?
walked away just like you should. They knew.
Well, please explain to me how. Why does everybody want to say I'm walking back?
Because
Why?
you're in there all the time supporting.
I was in there
I'm
all
not
the
talking
time
gifts.
anyway.
I'm not talking gifts, honey. I'm not talking all that, okay? I'm talking
Thank you.
your words. The way you talk. It was like it's almost like you're patting him on the back, almost like you're oh, it's okay, Dougie, it's okay. Maybe that's not what's in your heart, maybe that's not what's in your mind, but I'm telling you what's coming across. Okay, it's
not
you
what's in my
can't
heart.
keep doing that because
I can't.
Doug can speak all the words he wants until he shows change. That's
You're
nothing
right.
but words.
You are 100% correct. And I want nothing but to be that person that encourages that change in that person. But I can't make him do it. And just because I can't make him do it, don't mean I can all of a sudden hate on him and turn my back on him. That's not what people do. That's not a friend.
Well,
You understand what I'm saying?
supporting the bad is not a
How is
friend
it
either.
supporting?
It's not either. It's not supporting either. It's really not. Encouraging someone to keep going as they're going, it's just not.
No,
It's
I'm not supporting nobody to keep doing what they're doing. No. I've spoke my truth about what's been done wrong and what's been done right. I've spoke that. And guess what? Here's one thing Doug's doing for me that you all aren't. He's allowing me to disagree with him without kicking me to the curb. What does that say about him?
He allows you, but he won't allow a lot of other people.
Well, I'm sorry. I wish he would. Because if other people come in there and they're being true with him on how they feel and they just want to say, hey, look, I care and I agree with this on what you're doing and I disagree with that on what you're doing. I wish you wouldn't kick nobody like that to the curb if they really care. You or anybody. No more than I want to be kicked to the curb. And that's just, oh, wait a minute. There's a, hold on. Sorry, Eric, I didn't see your request. I'm just not that person, y'all. I'm just not.
Hi, Beth. Hi, Beth.
Well, we're just going to disagree to disagree. That's fine. We'll agree to disagree. I'm good with that. We're good.
And Proud Mary, I appreciate you coming in here, and I hope you felt like you got to speak what you wanted to speak, and I heard you. And you're right. We'll have to agree to disagree, okay? And I have no hard feelings for you, even though you made me.
Hey, Proud Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said you walked away from Doug. I bet you any money you still watch in the background or you go to YouTube and watch his lives.
I guarantee I don't. I
I
guarantee
call
you'll never see
bullshit
my
on
name
that.
in his YouTube, and I guarantee
I
that a
call
lot of it
bullshit
I
on
hear
that.
from other lives,
be
and they're
respectful.
recording him. So don't judge me, buddy. Don't put that on me, okay?
I call
You don't know who
bullshit.
I am. Don't come up here and say your crap
Oh, I
to
know
me
who
that
you
you
are.
know
I
nothing
see in
about.
everybody's lives.
Wait,
But
Eric.
I'm calling bullshit because
I call you
know do.
bullshit because you're judging me and saying stuff that I'm
You
not
all
doing.
aren't gonna
But good for you,
communicate like
buddy.
this. Neither one of you can communicate like this. Eric, you're saying you don't believe it. Proud Mary, you're saying I'm not doing it. Now, if y'all want to really communicate and make some kind of point, you can't do what either one of y'all are doing.
No, he came up here and attacked me.
I agree.
Don't
he
think I'm
did.
not going to be defensive.
Yes, I agree. I ask you, Eric, just say what you got to say to her without being hateful. Can you do that, please?
I said what I had to say. And Rebel,
Okay.
I said that I always will care about Doug. Okay, I don't agree with Doug does sometimes, but like I said, I always will care about Doug, and I hope he does better. Unlike a lot of people that want to see him fall on his face. But Proud Mary, I've seen you in so many lives, and if you didn't watch Doug, then how do you know what he's doing all the time?
I just explained that to you. We're not listening to me. There are so many lives that play his stuff back. Okay, I've heard it. Okay, Doug blocked me on a lot of stuff. So get your story straight before you attack me. Okay.
She watches it on Crystal probably. And
I'm not naming names. There's more. Don't come at KK. Don't come at KK. There's multiple ones out there. Okay, don't come at her.
Of all people, though, let me tell you, Eric. If of all people, Proud Mary's not the one, and she's probably one of the most pure ones that's speaking really from her heart. Okay, so I mean, I want you to have your voice too, Eric, and I want you to say how you feel. I just would. Just try not to do it in attacking Proud Mary, okay?
And Eric, I do want to apologize if I seem very loud. It's because I've been, for the whole month of August, I've had dealt with pneumonia and COVID, and my ears are still clogged. So sometimes when I don't hear you like you hear me, I get a little loud. So I do apologize.
Oh, no, it's fine, and I wasn't attacking you. I'm just sick of people saying they're done with Doug, but they watch him every night and go on YouTube and go on...
He blocked me. He blocked me. So that's not me.
And Chris Money Stiller, you're totally wrong, dude. I've never talked shit about Doug, and you could go ask Scotty that. I've been in Scotty's lives. I don't talk shit about Doug, and when I have to say something to Doug, I say it to his face, and you could ask him that, okay? But Proud Mary, I wasn't jumping you. I just, you know what? Everybody says they're done with Doug, and then they go watch him, or they'll sit in the background and watch him.
Not
but
me.
if you're done with somebody, walk away. Like you said, Proud Mary, walk away and don't follow him anymore.
Okay, let me be the first to admit I said I was done. I'll play guilt into that. I will take blame where you're giving it right there, okay? Because I said I was done, and when I said I was done, that means that I wasn't going to continue to listen to everything you had to say every day and pour my heart and soul into trying to make a difference and help and say things that I thought would matter, because I knew they weren't mattering, and because there was, I mean, that's what I meant when I said I was done with Doug, and the whole idea of the racial comments that I felt come when they weren't alcohol induced, and then that hurt me. He knows it hurt me. It still hurts me, and it will probably forever hurt me. I'll probably never get past that. Okay, but I will not take away from the fact that I think that the things that's being done to Doug and what people call awareness is not awareness. It's hateful.
It is.
It's hateful.
Absolutely
and
right.
It's not helpful. And the things that
you know
were done.
What? You know what? None of this is awareness.
No.
None of this is awareness. It's not.
Betsy and Eric, I will tell you this. There are things that I agree with you that there is over the line bullying from awareness. I get that. But I'm going to tell you something. You attack certain people like SP and KK. I've never seen them go that far. I've seen other people go that far, but I've never seen them.
I've never.
I do know that
I don't even know who she is.
Doug has never changed. I pleaded. I spent an hour with Doug pleading, being as nice as I could. I even offered to buy his benches for my property. I did everything. And there's not just me. There's multiple people. But he starts crying and yeah. But then he goes right back to it. It's like, okay, well, I tried. What else am I supposed to do? What else? All these multiple people supposed to keep doing. And,
right.
We're not going to go back in and keep supporting this and doing this if words is nothing compared to actions, and he's not proved any of those actions to none of us.
Okay,
don't Mary, look at me. I don't even know who SP is, so I never attacked her. So I don't even know who she is. I've never even seen her before, so I don't know who she is. I never attacked her. And Jeep, I was in Scotty's live, but when I was in Scotty's live, I didn't talk shit about Doug. Okay, and like I said, Scotty knows how I feel about Doug. So if you got a problem with me being in Scotty's life, take it up with Scotty. Okay? Like I
I
said,
don't know
I
anything
don't.
about you being in Scotty's life. Don't. That's not me. I have
No, I
never
said be,
ever
be
seen
real.
you before in my life, Eric.
Okay, I'm just saying I don't know SP, so don't start that. I don't know
I'm
who,
just
who it
naming
is.
names that I feel like keeps getting attacked when
I
they don't
went back
deserve it. But
against
there's
SP.
multiple other ones either.
She's for primary is calling me out. I went back against SP because I felt SP attacked me, and she twisted words that I said and done. So I was trying to be defendant of myself. That's all. I didn't say SP didn't say and do things that were good and right. I'm not going to be that person. I'm not. But what she said and done against me, she twisted my words, and she twisted my husband's words and our actions. And what am I supposed to do? Just sit here and take it? No, it's not right
Well,
either.
I'm going to be honest with you, Betsy. I didn't see SP or hear SP twist words. What she played was the live videos, and that's what we all heard. So
Okay.
that's here.
I'm
Now
glad.
you
I'm glad
feel
they heard it. I'm glad they heard it.
I can appreciate that, but we all know what we heard.
Be respectful, Gary.
Awareness is one thing. Going from that to bullying is something different. Okay. When you go from, you know, recording somebody and saying, hey, they said this, to recording somebody every day of their life and looking for every single thing that they do wrong, I hope that nobody is recording their life and pointing out everything that they do wrong. That's all I got to say. Okay.
Yeah, but why do people? I don't understand why people. I mean, we're all adults.
Yeah, right.
A lot of us are in our 40s, late 40s.
Correct.
And
Correct.
this is stuff that I mean, if you're like I just got done saying, if you're done with someone, be done with them. Don't follow them. Don't get in rooms and talk about them. If I can't stand someone on TikTok, and I don't ever want to see them again. You know what I mean? I don't go in other people's lives and talk shit about them, and then want the gossip on what this person's doing every day. If you're done, you're done.
To everybody down there in the chat, I don't give a crap about Doug. I don't give a crap about any of this. This is it's TikTok, folks. Okay, I said it the other night, and I know most people thought, well, Beth's husband was so drunk he didn't know what he was saying, but that's not true. I know what I was saying. I'm trying to tell everybody that it's time to stop the stupidity. Okay?
We should all have more going on in our real lives that mean more than this, honestly.
Doug is never going to change because somebody on the internet is pounding him about his drinking or about this or about that.
Right.
That's never going to change. Okay? And the more they pound him, the more he's going to push back. And that is a natural reaction by a human being. But all I want to tell everybody is that, listen, I was there. I know. I've been there for a long time. I've seen all this about the dog. I've seen this about everything.
Why am I reading these comments? Y'all are stupid.
But what you've got is a bunch of people who obviously have no other life other than to just sit around and worry about what Doug does. Come on, man. Let's have a real conversation here about something besides Doug. Why not? Can we?
Well, okay, respectfully, Gary, because that's what this is. That's what this platform is, and that's where everybody's been. That's where we're at, and it's on TikTok, and we're all invested, and it matters, and it means something to us. And yeah, you're right. Do we probably take it too serious to the point where it's affecting us in our real lives? Yeah. Is it really going to change anything on this app that we get that upset and, sucked into it? Probably not. But, darn it, it matters when you feel something, when you feel you're right about something versus when you're not. I mean, it matters. That's plain and simple. Your wife loves him. See, you all are so sickening. I don't know why I'm even looking at that. I don't. I don't have nothing to, come on, take a box. Boxes are open. You can speak freely. Come up in here and say all that stuff you want.
Appreciate your honesty. We appreciate your opinion. That's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to stop
Gary,
this.
I get myself in so much trouble because I'm so black and white and so direct. Trust me, I get myself in trouble.
But we do too. That's the problem. We do too.
But
You're not in trouble here.
I love everybody, but the thing is, I don't agree with you guys. I think this going back in his
I'm okay
life
with
is
that.
just the wrong
That's
thing
fine.
to do.
That's
It's giving
fine.
the wrong
That's fine.
impressions.
Mary.
You
I
guys don't
respect
want
how
to
you
be.
feel.
Listen to me. You guys do not want to be looked at like this, but you're doing it to yourselves. He's not going to change. So many people have tried.
What,
No, he will not.
I'm not sure what makes you think my whole
He will
platform
not
is
change.
about Doug. First of all, it's not. It's not. It's not.
It's
Just
not about Doug.
I did not just come on here for a platform about Doug. I'm coming on here for a platform of if you've ever been me, and you've ever
Correct.
been amongst this group of people, Doug side, other side, whatever, how you going, any of us, you all. There's a collective here. If you've ever been part of this group and you felt like that your words got pooped on or your opinions got shut out just because they were different than somebody else's, then this is the platform I want you to come and speak on because I do not like having my words hushed. I do
Correct.
not like being able to speak the truth on what I felt happened that night. I did not like that wasn't right.
If I started a new account tomorrow on TikTok and I just happened up on Doug's account and I started saying, "Hey, this is what I want to do." Guess what? I would be silenced. And that's what we got to stop. That's not what this is about.
Well,
Oh, y'all in the chat. I don't care who's gifting who. I don't care who's supporting who. That's
it's not. It's for me. It's not about gifts. It's not. It's anything I ever get, and I appreciate all the gifts. I recycle.
Right.
But the thing is, I came up here and not to hate. I'm not a hater. I think that in all honesty, Beth, if you or Betsy, I'm not even sure your real name. I'm sorry.
Yes,
I apologize.
It's okay.
I just felt really let down by you. You hurt my heart. I think you hurt a lot of people's hearts. I just
felt
think
way
that
about
if you
people
guys,
too.
I just, like I said, I'm very black and white and very direct and gets me in a lot of trouble.
Me too.
I don't need anyone to do anything for me. I pay my own bills. I work my business. I pay my own bills. I never ask for nothing. I'm a very stubborn person. But I can't, I really went into Doug's life in February while sitting by my dad's deathbed, thinking he was someone and then turns out he's not. And it just like, my God, how many people, poor Diana. Oh my God, I would never speak against her, but my God, how could she keep doing what she's doing for a man that will not change? Not even related or blood to her, not even done nothing for her. I just am bewildered by this.
You're bewildered. You're
blows my
bewildered.
mind.
God didn't ask you to be there. He didn't ask you to be Diane.
Well, honey, I got a feeling God didn't ask you to keep supporting a man like this either, honey.
You keep screaming, I'm supporting Doug. I'm not.
I'm not talking financially. I'm not talking gifts. I'm talking. You keep going in those lives and maybe you don't realize, but the words and the verbiage you use, people are picking up on that.
I don't care what they pick up on. I am supporting a person's free will to support what they think is wrong.
Free will to be what? Free will to what? Free will to what?
Feel the way they feel.
People. Free will to say racist things. Free will to downgrade women. That's what you think is free will is good.
No, I never said that. Where'd you get that?
Oh, honey, I've listened myself. I don't need no one to tell
So
me.
where'd you get that?
From his
What?
lives
When
from
did I say I
months
agree
past.
with what? When did I say I agree with Doug doing that? I'm saying I agree with a person's free will to feel the way they will about whatever. And the fact that he's getting attacked for that is stupid, y'all. There is nobody on this app that is God. There is nobody, there's not one group of people on this app that have the right to pass judgment on him or Chris or anybody else on this app that everybody hates. And I don't even know who all they all are. I don't know. I don't care. I don't follow them. I don't care. But the problem is that here's the big issue. If you don't like it, walk away. Don't watch it.
Amen.
You don't have the right to try to make a change in that. We are living in a free country. We have the right to free speech. We have the right to free will. We have the right to say and think what we want. And as much as I disagree with a lot of the crap Doug says, and it's a lot, believe me, it's a lot, I don't think it's right to attack him either. I think it's more wrong to attack him than it is for him to have his opinions and say the things he does. What part don't y'all get about that?
Proud Mary, what does it bother you if people gift him? It's not your money.
That's not that. No, did you not hear what I said? I said I don't give a care about the gifts.
She don't care about the gift. She cares about how you feel and support wise.
Who do you support, Proud Mary?
Just knock somebody down whenever they're already down.
Jason, you're right. I am wasting my time. Let's all just agree to disagree. Okay, that's it. Let's just all disagree to disagree. Okay, I cannot support a racist. I will not. I will not support a man that absolutely verbally abuses women. It's proven. Lots of videos. I can't do it. Can I step away? Yes, I did. Can I say, God, it's in your control? Yes, I did. And I stepped away. You all keep going back. There's where my problem is.
You stepped
keep
away,
going back.
but yet
no,
you're
no,
here.
no. Proud Mary.
Exactly,
listen.
Gar.
No, don't do that to her. I appreciate you, and I appreciate your thoughts and your opinions and your voice on it. And I hope you feel you could come here and speak that how you really feel about it anytime without having your voice hushed. That's what I want this platform to be. Okay, let's don't
Yes,
attack.
ma'am. We appreciate that. That is what we're all about.
Well, I appreciate you letting me come up here and saying my voice. I do. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Anybody, I'm not here to cut people's words off. I had that done to me too many times.
She left.
Well, it's not funny. I appreciate her coming.
No, it's not funny, but I was going to tell her that anytime she wants to come karaoke, that's fine. We love that. That's what I love.
Well, that's not what this is about, though, Gary.
I know that. I understand that. But
the point is, I mean, I really felt like I got my words crammed down my own throat, and everybody wants to assume what I think and assume what I feel, and just like her assuming that I'm back in to fully support whatnot. No, it ain't that. You don't do that to a person. Don't assume something about somebody. You know, it's not right. If you really want to know how I feel about something and you really care how I feel about something, ask me. Take the time to listen to what I'm saying, because nobody cares what I'm saying. All they want to do is assume what they think and take it and run with it. Nobody's listening to what I really got to say. Nobody. Everybody's just too busy hating, and then it ain't got nothing to do with how I really feel. And that's what I want everybody to be able to do on this platform. Speak how you really feel. It's just not right.
Thanks for letting me come up, Beth. I'm behind you. Like I said, I've seen when you first went into Doug's, and you could do whatever you want. Like, is that your husband, Gar?
Yeah, we can all agree to
Yes, it
disagree.
is.
We can all have our own opinions, and
TikTok.
we
You can do
shouldn't
whatever
be
you want.
hated for them, Eric. You know,
Right.
so you didn't get to speak much. So if there's anything you want to say, I mean, your platform's yours. Say it.
No, I just sit back and, some people are talking crap in the thing, but when I see someone trying to play both sides of the fence, I jump in because I can't stand that. But
Correct.
my biggest thing is, if you're done with Doug, don't go on YouTube and watch KK's video.
Right.
And if you're done with Doug, don't sit in the background. Be a man or a woman and jump in and let Doug see that you're coming in his live. Don't
Yeah,
sit there in the background.
I got.
Correct.
You're right. I got punished for admitting to that.
Jeep
I
Girl,
got.
get in the box and tell me when I did this. Get in the box, Jeep Girl, and tell me when I played both.
See, that's the
Come up
problem.
to the
Eric.
box and tell me, Jeep Girl.
Is these people they've been saying shit about me all night, but they have no proof because I keep giving my email address out and I say, hey, send the proof, send it. They don't have it.
All they do is talk.
Right. It's
That's all
just
they
a
do is
talk.
talk. If you want to come
Correct.
up in the box, tell me when I did this. Because he said I was in Scotty's live. When I went in Scotty's live, I went in Scotty's live in the box to call out Miss May, okay, because she's trying to play both sides of the fence. And that's why I went in the box. I didn't talk shit about Doug. I was actually sticking up for Doug because she was his moderator and he cut her loose, and then she tried going into Scotty's live talking shit
Well,
about Doug.
Let me say this though, before you accuse anybody of playing both sides of the fence, because I know how I've been accused of that.
Right.
So, I mean,
They may
whoever
not
this
be playing
is-
both sides of the fence.
No, they may not be. Whoever
They
this is,
may be tired of the same shit we're tired of, Eric.
yeah. They need to have the right to speak.
Jeep Girl, I didn't get mad when Doug got rid of me as a mod. He asked me to mod for him again, and I don't want to mod. You need to come in the box and talk instead of talking crap below, girl.
I'll let you in, Jeep Girl, if you want in, but you all have to be able to speak with one another without screaming. Okay.
I'm not
It's
screaming.
hard, but you have to let one another speak.
Okay.
That's what this is. I want everybody to have
All
a
right.
platform. Glenn, you never got to say anything. Would you like back in? I'll let you back in. I apologize. There was a lot going on at the time between me and Proud Mary, and
Come back in, man.
you don't tell me what to do, or you attack Proud Mary. Well, if that's for me and you see it that way, I'm sorry, because I didn't anything but attack Proud Mary.
Let them keep talking on the bottom, Beth. Don't let it bother you. That's all they do is talk, talk, talk. When they get
That's
called
just
out, they zip their
but
lips.
listen, Eric, that's just that you don't understand that about me. It don't bother me. I
Yeah,
want
it don't
everybody
bother
to
me.
say no, I want everybody to say how they feel, and that's what I'm here for. And we got to stop assuming that people mean this one way or people mean that one way or the other. We need to be able
Cheryl?
to talk like a grown adult.
Cheryl, please come into a box because that's what we want. We want to stop the bullying. We want to stop
Yeah.
that. Not just bullying of Doug, but bullying of
Anybody,
people
everybody.
people
I was
that
bullied.
absolutely have nothing to do with
bullied.
Doug.
Do you know that 25 people on TikTok killed themselves because of bullying? 25.
Watch the wording, but yeah, I can believe that.
And that's why I stand with Doug. I sat and watched the real caller get bullied and bullied and bullied to the point it was driving him crazy, just like it's doing Doug.
Yep.
And
Okay, so hold
I
on one
did-
sec.
Moment, let her speak.
I did deliver a, as they call it, DoorDash order to him. And it wasn't nothing bad. It was all the stuff that he could use. Was it wrong on my part? Yes. I admit it. It was on my bad behavior to take it to him, knowing what their intentions was. But I did it. I can't take it back. I was wrong. I learned from that. And the more I learned from it, it was ending whenever I met Doug. And I met Doug whenever he was up by Six Flags, whenever he started making the benches and everything. And I loved his content then. I really did. And then whenever he moved and he started drinking, I had no problem with that until he started getting belligerent. I had the option to sit and let it affect me or turn my phone off, and I would turn my phone off and ignore it. That's not my content. That's not what I like. So I backed out of it. And every now and then, you know, days later, weeks later, if I'm scrolling and I seen him, he wasn't drinking, I'd watch him again. And then I had scrolled through one time and there was people screaming at him in the boxes, people cussing him out in the chat, and I was like, well, that's not normal, you know? So I stopped and I was nosy, just like probably every one of us was, to see what's going on. And lo and behold, there's Scotty. I know Scotty. I knew Scotty from being in the Rucaller group that I was in. So anyways, I seen how it was affecting Doug. I've never talked in his lives. I've never gotten in his boxes. I've never donated to him. I've never gifted to him. But I was like, man, this guy's getting picked on for basically nothing. They done stole his damn dog. That's what their goal was. Okay, they accomplished their goal. Why are they still on him? Well, it was one thing after another that they would find wrong with him. Because somebody filmed him doing this or somebody filmed him doing that. If it didn't meet their standards, then it's wrong. You know, and that's not right. If you don't like what you see, scroll on.
Watch it.
Turn your phone off.
Don't sit and hate and hound on somebody and
Right.
attack and go after them. There's a lot of things that Doug's done that I don't agree with, but it's not my place to sit here and track him down and haunt, harass, or stalk him or anybody else on this app. It's not my place.
Well, that would be like me, and I don't know you personally, Open Book, but that'd be like me telling you, get out of that room that you're in and don't you ever step foot back in it. If you
I've been
do,
told that.
I'm going to threaten you. I'm going to bully you. I'm going to make your life pure hell. That's not right.
That's my point. That's what's been done to me. Yeah.
And you know, that's
Because
just
other
like,
people can step in on and just for, and we're going to be honest about who it is and what it is. It's Doug and it's his life. But anybody else on that other side that wants to come into his box and speak on anything at any time that they want to speak on or talk on, or let him into their box, it's okay. But because they didn't trust or believe in me enough, or for whatever reason, I don't know, I don't care at this point, but for whatever reason, because I chose to do so, because I made a decision as a grown adult, I got eat alive about it.
right. I get that, you know. Something else I don't get.
How's that right?
Okay, this isn't nothing bad about Scotty or anything, but he's got his little group that believes everything he says. Why can't Doug have that same group that can support him and believe everything he says?
He can.
You
I'm
know,
not saying
but
it's
in
me.
their eyes, he
And I'm not
can't.
saying I'm Scotty's, but I'm saying you're right. He can. That's where I stand in this.
Exactly. You know, Doug needs that support. He'll know he's not going to get sober. You know why? Because he keeps getting knocked down every time he opens up his fucking eyes. He can't shut them without getting knocked down.
That's my opinion. That's your
These
opinion. But do I know that that's why it is? No, I don't know that that's why it
But
is.
I'm just saying,
I
you
know
know,
what you're saying.
if you're, I don't care if you're an alcoholic, I don't care if you're a drug addict, I don't care if you're a prostitute, I don't care what your addiction is.
Whatever your
You're not
problem
going to
is.
stop that addiction until you have a hand up instead of a hand down.
Thank
Until you
you.
have people stop yelling at you and finding
Thank
every
you.
wrong in you. Lift them up, help them.
I don't have another hand.
Sit here,
Thank you.
know, just kill them while they're already down.
Right.
You
Right.
know, I don't blame Doug. I would have done lost my marbles if I was him. I'd have done been in the penitentiary because I promise you, he's put up with a lot more than I have.
Just from what happened to me, you know, kind of like I said, like, you know, going to the other side and stuff, when I agreed to disagree with Doug about some things he said and done, didn't want to be standing there with my name by him as a support. And not just money, you know, money wise either. Now, keep that in mind.
And that's, you know, I've tried to talk to Doug privately, and I know he doesn't know me, and I know he doesn't know who to trust and who he can trust, you know? So I don't blame him for not actually reaching out to me. But I want to be that friend. Even though I don't know him, I want to be that friend that he could call on. Hey, I'm having a hard time today. You know, I feel like picking up a can, or I feel like picking up a bottle. Can you talk
was
me
there.
through it? You
I
know,
went above and beyond for that, just like you're
but
saying
you know,
you did.
that may be
I
what
was
he
there.
needs. That
But
may be
listen.
what he needs. More than one person. It may take an army, but it's
I was
going to happen.
I was
You know,
there,
because
and it didn't matter, and it
these people
didn't
allow
help.
him to have it, but they're not allowing him. They keep beating him while he's down.
You're right. I'm
And
not gonna
he's going to end
that.
up taking his fucking life, is what it's going to be. And then
No.
every one of these people are going to be sitting in a penitentiary.
I
Because
thought
it
that
is
too. I
against
thought
the
that for
law.
a long time. Once hurt, I thought that for a long time, and he kept assuring me and assuring me and assuring me that that wasn't going to do him that way. And I kept letting that be what played on my emotions and why I stood true to where I stood so long. And he kept assuring me that he was stronger than that, and that wasn't going to happen, and he wasn't going to let that happen.
But
So I
whenever
don't
you're
care what
sitting there
anybody says.
battling,
You can't tell me it didn't affect a human being, because it did. I
right,
seen it.
especially
I
when
know
it
it.
involves your children.
Yeah, I know it affected, but
You know, the rook caller. I felt so sorry for Scotty because the rook caller went and said, I'm going to F your daughter, who was underage, right in front of you and make her pregnant. I heard it with my own ears. Now, I give Scotty all the credit in the world because he could have packed his little ass up and went from Wisconsin to where, I can't remember, I think he was in Colorado whenever he said it, but he could have went there and beat the dog breaks off that boy. But he didn't. Let somebody talk about my child like that, and I'm coming after you. You know? So the rook caller is very lucky that Scotty kept his cool. But it's
I
the
didn't
same
follow
thing.
that story, so I can't speak on it. But I
I'm
appreciate
just
it.
saying, you know, I mean, a person could only take so much, and I know it hurt Scotty. I know it did. He called me. We was talking on the phone, not on some app, not on social media, on the phone. We was talking, and I felt sorry for him, and I still do. You know, that's no way to get to somebody. Don't knock them down if they're already fucking down.
He's gonna.
You know?
If that's what happened to him, why is he doing it to Doug now? Why
I
would you
think
turn?
this is my personal opinion. I think hurt people, and until their hurt stops, they're not going to stop.
You could be right.
You know, and I'm not perfect. By all means, I'm not perfect. I will say I'm perfect when it comes to the law. I've never been in trouble, never been arrested. I don't have a criminal record, so I don't know what that's all like.
My cat and dog are fighting. I'm listening to you, and I mean, you're right. Like, I can't speak on any of that from Scotty's point of view and what happened to him there. I can't, because I don't know anything about it, so I won't pretend to.
I personally was not on TikTok the day that Scotty, I'm sorry, the day that Doug was supposed to have choked Blue. I wasn't. I cannot agree or disagree that he done it because I didn't see it. And I'm not one to go searching for them videos. It ain't none of my business. Scotty's mission was to go help Doug and help that dog. He accomplished both. You know, and since his mission's accomplished, all this should be broke and done with. You know, but now it's alcohol. Now it's, well, if he apologizes to each and every person, well, now if he stops getting gifts from the elderly, now it's, you know, it's always something else. It's always something else. Leave him alone.
Because it takes the content away from them.
Right. Well, now you know whose content they're getting. And I'm not just saying Scotty because I don't even watch Scotty, so there's that. But they're using you and Gary for content.
Hey, once our
Anyway,
Yes, sir.
how do you know Scotty that well?
I've
been following
I've
for a
never
while.
met him in person, I have known Scotty off of TikTok for over a year.
Okay.
We all followed the same fella, the root caller.
The root caller. Yeah.
There was a bunch of us that was upset that he was locking his cats up in the camper
Right.
and leaving the cats not one day, not 2 days, but a whole weekend
Yeah,
by
that's no good.
themselves.
I understand that.
Yes, I was upset with him, and I still am. The cats still does not get treated right, but that I can't do nothing about it. I'm not going to go steal your cats because you're not doing what I think's right.
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 You know, so that's how I met him.
So-
And Scotty is a good
You
guy.
contact local law enforcement. You go there yourself if you feel it's that big
Exactly.
deal. Off social media and you try to make a difference. Not
Exactly. And
right.
you know, I'm not trying to cut Scotty down because he is a good guy. He's got flaws, but we all have flaws.
We all have them. Yeah, that's right. That's correct.
Absolutely. You know, if I don't like your flaw, I'm going to turn my back. I learned my lesson through the root caller.
Right.
You know, I don't get involved like that. I've stayed silent in this, except for this time and one other time.
Yeah. Scotty
you know,
is
the
important
bullying
to
is not-
anybody that goes against them, and anybody that is against Scotty and them shouldn't bully them. That's where my fine line is drawn. This whole bullying aspect of the whole app is ridiculously stupid. It's not getting nowhere. It's got to stop.
Correct.
That's where I stand in this.
There's a right way and a wrong way.
Exactly. Exactly. And you know, I
And the
don't
right
hate
way,
nobody.
the right way was not done in this situation. And I'm not backing Doug at all, but the right way was not done in this situation. And once it's over, it's over. That's
Exactly.
it. There's no more to it.
Well, it's not
Exactly.
over.
I know it's not over. It's not over
They
because
don't have
people,
him off the platform because he's
right,
still
they don't have him.
on
That's
there.
exactly
He's still making money from people,
That is
and
correct.
they don't think it's right for him to be making money off people. Do
They
I
can
agree?
make all the money they want off people, but he can't.
Right? Do I agree if it's right for him to be making money off people or not? I don't know. I don't care. I don't.
It's
care.
not my business. It's
That's
not my
business
dollar.
no more than it is anybody else on this app that is doing battles on Facebook. So
Exactly. It's not my
Well,
dollar.
look,
It's
why
not
do
my
we not let
business.
it go?
Let's just go with this favorite SP saying, "Let he without sin cast the first stone."
I don't even know who an SP is.
Well, let's just put it this way.
Well,
she
you
is-
keep going back.
She's a person that
If
wants
it
to
really bothered
twist,
me, I wouldn't be here.
she wants to twist my words and then turn around and make me look like the bad guy. Okay, so here's the deal. You can't pray out of one side of your mouth and smoke dope out of the other. I'm sorry, you can't.
I agree. Don't.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, you can't be two sides of the coin and
Well,
say
you're
it's
right.
it's
No more than
okay.
you can do one thing out of your, do one thing and then drink out of the other. So I mean,
Yes, that's exactly
don't
right.
test- Yeah,
And
I'm not
and S-
attacking you. I'm just saying
And
it's an open
I will
platform.
tell I will tell SP
I don't want to attack anybody.
I will tell SP and anybody on this platform, when you do something that somebody else don't like, you're done. You're
Exactly.
You don't get to do that.
done. That's right. You don't get to do that. You are silenced, and it's called cancel culture. We
Well,
know
I'm
what
telling
that
you,
is
the only
nowadays.
reason that the root caller got his following back is because now him and Scotty are friends.
Right.
Had Scotty not made truce with him, the root caller wouldn't be where he's at now.
She's been in his live recently. Who's Connie? I have. I might go in there again when we get done here.
No,
I don't have nothing to prove to you,
I think-
Connie.
No, I think she's talking about Once Hurt being in Scotty's
Scotty's
live.
live. She's not putting Scotty down.
That's right. She's not.
That's her right to
At
be in
all.
Scotty's live if she wants to. I don't know who you're talking to there, but
But I will bet that by tomorrow that they will have this recorded and they'll be saying, "Oh, look what she said." She said, and then they can
Twisted.
edit it
Twisted all
to
the
make
way.
it say whatever.
I don't care what any of them think to me about me, because you know what? At the end of the day, I can still lay my pretty head on this pretty pillow and have a well-rested night.
Absolutely.
None of them
Absolutely.
pays my bills. I don't make money off of TikTok. I don't beg on TikTok. I
Right.
don't sit and do
And you
anything on
got the right
TikTok
to
except
your
for get
opinion.
pure entertainment.
And Jackie, if you've got something to say, come in to the box.
Beth Doug has bullied you and you keep going back. Define bullying, honey.
Right. Yeah, it's exactly right. Define bullying, please.
Let me tell you something. To me, for somebody to bully me, it'd be more like what Verena did to me. Okay? Because she had my whole heart and soul. And she crapped on it. That's bullying to me because I disagreed, because I done something she didn't like. That's bullying to me, okay?
Hold on a minute.
And I'm going to tell you something. I still think the world of Verena. I still think the world of Verena. I don't. I understand Verena, and I know she's listening to this, or she will hear it, because I'm sure somebody will record it. But here's the deal: is listen, don't hold it against me because I didn't go into Doug's live and call him an SOB and call him and tell him all this shit when he would have immediately blocked me, and then nothing I said would have mattered, because what I said the other night, folks, I stand by. This has got to stop. It's got to end.
Tell me this, Gary. What was Doug asking for when he said all that stuff? When he said all that stuff about my panties being wet and blah, blah, blah. What was he asking for when he said that?
What was he asking for?
He was asking for you to blow up at him. He was asking for me to blow up at him.
That's what he wanted me to. He wanted me, and he wanted Beth.
I refuse to give that to a person when they ask for it.
I'm not going to give him that satisfaction because, plain and simple, he means nothing to me.
But you all can do that if you want to.
Right. Everybody on this platform needs to look and go, you know what? F you. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to go where I want to go. I'm going to support who I want to support. And I'm going to enjoy this. Because if we don't enjoy this, then why are we here?
Irene, I have no...
Way past that, Gary.
And yes, it is not okay that he said that about my wife. Whoever said that down there, Irene, no, it's not okay. But you know what?
Does he know the truth? Does my husband know the truth? So why does he care?
Do you think I'm worried about some drunk out in the middle of the woods in Missouri? Are you serious?
You said I don't have to even put Doug down to say it, though, Gary.
That's right. I don't have to. I don't have to put him down. I don't have to
put one another down. And in any way, anybody ever. I just don't agree with it. You know, at once hurt, she's taking it for Scotty because she has things for Scotty that she sees and she agrees in and everything. And I don't. But guess what? I'm not going to hush her words from saying that because that's how she feels. And she has the right to speak them. And if somebody don't start giving people on this stupid TikTok platform the right to speak what they think, then why are we here?
Exactly. You know, there's things that Scotty done that I really applaud him for. There's things that Scotty does that I don't applaud him for.
Right. Same with Doug. Same with the way I feel about Doug.
The same with Doug, you know, and it's okay to disagree.
Yes.
And it's okay to agree. If you can't agree, then turn your back and walk the other way.
But if you love a human being for who they are and you feel like they've been put on your heart for a specific reason, that's between you and God what you do. It's not between you and somebody else on TikTok telling you what you should or shouldn't do. I'm sorry, it's not, and I'm not going to let them do that to me. I'm not.
If Doug went on there tomorrow in a wig and a dress, what would people think? What would they say?
Oh, he'd be called names.
It wouldn't be because he's seeking attention or just trying to be funny or because people love him. Exactly. They call him everything but God knows what. But, you know, God can.
This is the way I am. I'm honest. I'm going to let you know what I feel, whether it's good or whether it's bad, whether it's for you or against you.
That's what I want you to do, honey.
You know, and I have family that does not like me. I have a sister. She was my twin that was murdered January 14th of 2014.
Okay.
The guy got 103 years. I felt so much hate, so much revenge. I wanted to get back with him, you know, whether it's through him or through his family. I didn't care if they were old. I didn't care if they were middle aged. I didn't care if they were babies.
Didn't get nowhere though, did it, honey?
I wanted them to feel the hurt that I felt, that my family felt. It ate me alive. I went to my preacher and I was like,
Until you let it go.
Bob, I was like, how do I get over this? It's eating me alive. It's
Let it
consumed
go.
me. And he is like, I don't know how. He says, because I'm gonna be honest with you, if it was my family member, he says, I don't think I could. He says, the best I could tell you is go home and pray about it. And I prayed and I prayed. And it was a long time after that, every day of praying. How do I get this weight off my shoulders? All this hurt, all this anger, all this
I know
revenge.
how.
And
You
just one
forgive
day
him.
I woke up and I said, God,
It's hard.
forgive him. I didn't forgive him by face. I didn't forgive him over a phone. I didn't forgive him through social media.
To God.
I didn't give it to him through a letter. I forgave him in my heart.
Yep.
And that's between God and I. And do
Right.
you know that I have finally came, not that I'm happy my sister's gone. I miss her like crazy. And I wish she was here. But I've come to find comfort in knowing she don't have to live what we live today. You know, there's so much that's changed between 2014 till now. You know, it's not the world she knew. And plus she was on oxygen a lot. And you know, I know she's in a healthier world than what we are. And if I could forgive somebody that murdered my twin, I could forgive anybody.
Absolutely. And you know what you're doing when you do that? You are helping yourself. Because if you continue to hold hate for somebody who's done something to wrong you, if yeah, you're gonna continue to let them eat that. You're gonna continue to give them the opportunity to eat you alive bit by bit.
Absolutely. And then you know
No.
what's going to happen? We're going to,
Yes.
you could be the kid that's down in Georgia that shot up 4 people
Thank
or
you.
9 people. 9
Because
people,
you're
I think
so
it was.
bitter, and because you're so hurt, and because you're so messed
Yes.
up. You're right. You're so right, one sir.
And guess where that come from? Bullying.
Yeah.
His parents apparently bullied him. Look where he's at now. You know, that's not fair. Now this guy that shot up, what was it, Kentucky? Shot 9 people in Kentucky. They're saying his was due to bullying.
Yeah.
You know, this world is full of bullies. It doesn't need to be.
Nope. You're right. I thank you so much for your voice and for being here.
Well,
And
thank
speaking
you
that.
for allowing me to speak, even though, you know, you may not agree with everything I said.
No, I don't agree with everything, but I agree with a whole lot of it, and that's what matters. I can agree, disagree with anybody, man. I
Exactly.
give
We
you
all have
respect.
opinions.
That's right. I give you my respect. That's what we're supposed to do with people. You know. Sorry. I
And
mean,
you know, I've seen people down there talking crap about me. I don't care what they think, because at
I
the
don't
end
care
of the
either.
day, like I said, I'm still going to lay my pretty head on this pretty pillow, and I'm going to get me a pretty good night's sleep.
Right. I'll give you for instance. I was in a live earlier, not in it, but watching it, and somebody they didn't know come in, and immediately she was questioned. Who are you now? Where are you from? Now. You say you don't work. Well, what do you do? How do you make a living? You got sugar daddy?
That's nobody's business.
I'm telling you. like she had to meet all their requirements and jump through all their hoops to be approved. What is that?
Exactly.
No, that's not how life works. That's just not right. That's just wrong.
Well, I don't care who talks to who. That's their business.
Right.
Now, whenever it comes between you bullying somebody that I enjoy watching, and they've took it to the point that I think something's going to react off of it,
It's hard to stay quiet. I know.
and I've got to stand up for somebody that's getting bullied.
Well, we have to start standing up in a way, though, that is productive. Because if we start standing up in the way that, other people are. Hold on, there's a request. Maybe if it ain't too late, I don't know. But, well,
The way I look at it, this world's got enough evil in it.
yeah, I agree.
Don't need no more evil.
Right. Hello, Julie. You have a box, Julian. Would you like to speak? Yeah, this could go bad.
Apparently, they got bad signal.
But we'll see. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt, though. I'm not gonna be like others and go, "Oh no, they're a troll! Cut them out, shut them off, hate on them."
It's showing down there that it's got a bad signal.
Okay. Yummy.
Let's do.
I guess she don't want me in, y'all. Or I'll give her. If she requests again, I'll pull her back up. So.
I don't know. I was sitting here one night watching Doug, and I know he must go to bed early, unless it's on his drinking nights. And this was probably last week. It was late. And I felt so sorry for him because he was getting picked on so much, bullied, that it looked like he was about to cry. Even while he was talking, it sounded like he was about to crack down. Lift him up. Stop putting him down.
I've been where you are in that thought process. Thought process, but I've been in that thought process, and I've been hurt.
Do you have an account that has a bumblebee on it?
Huh?
Do you have an account that has a bumblebee on it?
Me, Birdie B.
Yeah, you follow me on one of them.
Yeah, I went back to this account that it was KK Bear, and I changed the name on it, and I thought, because at one time I shut down absolutely every account I had, which was KK Bear and I don't know, I forget something else. There's just two of them, but I completely tried to wipe them out, annihilate them, and move on. And then I created Birdie Bee. And, in attempts of just being, hey, I'm just going to be me, who I am, and I'm not running from the whole idea of that either. I'm not saying I'm being somebody I'm not ever again on this app, because I'm proud of who I am, and I am proud of how I feel, who I am, and I stand by my heart and my words, and I don't take them back regardless. I'm not going to. So, but I wanted to go live because I'm tired of my voice getting hushed. I'm tired of my voice getting silenced because I don't have control over the box. And
Right.
that's, and that's one thing I do not want to do to other people in this. I want to be able to come on here and give other people the opportunity and the chance to speak what they want to speak, regardless of whether I agreed 100% with them or not. It don't matter. It's about respect. And it's about
Exactly.
Yeah, it's about
Exactly.
yeah, you don't play with somebody's emotions and their hearts and you get them invested in something and then say, "Come on up in my box. It's okay. Don't be scared. We'll let you talk, but only
If you
to
agree with me.
yeah, only to a certain point. You
Hmm.
got to think about. It's like going to a doctor, man. You got to think about your first few words that you speak to him because you know it's the only few words that's going to be heard. In other words, well, my nose has been running, or my foot's hurting, or it's in my back. You know, you
Right.
got to speak what you want to be heard first and foremost, importantly, because they're going to cut you off no matter what they say. And I will not do that to nobody on here. Unless you come on here with a big, foul, ugly mouth and just disrespecting other people in the box and not refusing, not taking your turn, I'll not do that to nobody. So, and that's, I mean, if you got something to say, I'm here for anybody who wants to say it. And I want to provide that platform for people to be able to speak and listen. So,
Right. Well, I agree. And like I said, I hate nobody.
me either.
I may dislike some people,
Right.
but it's far from hate.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Some
enough hate
people,
in this world. There's enough bullying in this world. I don't want to be associated with it.
part of that, yeah. I agree. But a lot of people, unfortunately, don't feel that way. They say they feel that way, but then everything that they do and say and display,
Is
it
what they're against.
shows nothing but hate. So, you gotta, what's this expression? Walk the walk if you're gonna talk the talk. So,
Right, right.
but it's about time. I got supper ready to eat, and I appreciate you coming in here so much. And anybody that showed up for this, I know it wasn't a whole lot of us, but I appreciate you all. And like I say, anytime I go on here live, I want anybody and everybody to know that it's I'm not going to change my tune. I'm not going to start out saying, "Hey, you get a box, you get to speak your words," and then just decide to turn on you and hate on you because I disagree with what you say. I'm not going to do it. I refuse to do it. I won't do it.
Right.
Like I say, as long as you're being respectful and taking your turn in the box and letting other people speak when it's their time to speak, I mean, you're allowed to speak when it's your time to speak because there's nothing worse in this world to me than being hushed, than
Right.
not being able to speak your true heart and your true words and where you stand on something, and then sitting and listen to somebody run with assumptions on what they think, and not only on what they think, but just taking things that you said or done out of context and making them sound ugly. That's evil.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Evil.
That's like,
We don't do that
you
here.
get judged because,
Yeah.
you know, okay, let's use Doug for an example. I think he's a good guy. Overall, he's a good guy. He's smart. He could do things that I would never consider. Even trying to do. Um,
Sorry.
he's got his flaws though, but I'm not going to knock him for them flaws. I'm going to pick him up from it, and you could hate me for it. You could love me for it. You could turn your back for it. It's not going to affect me in any way, and
And
it's not going to affect him.
it shouldn't affect you in any way. And most importantly, it shouldn't affect your voice or your thoughts or your words on it. That's what I'm here for.
And
And I
I'm
don't care if you
saying
completely
you because you're sitting here. You shouldn't judge me because I want to lift somebody up.
not.
And I'm not saying that you are. I'm just using you as an example since it's you and I.
No. But I'm not going to do that. That's what the whole point of this live is.
Right. And, maybe people would see Doug different if they lifted him up instead of pushing him down. The poor man is human. He needs love just like you do, just like I do, just like everybody else does. And
I
he's
won't
not
disagree with you on that. I just know that I've been where you're at, and I kept getting disappointed, so it's hard. But
Oh, well,
all that still being said, I'm not going to hate on him. That's just it. I'm not going to hate on him. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to say, "Oh my God, don't do it. Don't follow him. Don't believe in him. Don't, hate him, hate him, hate him." I'm not going to do that because
that's between you and Doug. That's
Yeah.
between you, Doug,
that's
and your.
between people and God and how they view Doug, not for what I tell them to think or feel. That's the main thing. It's not for what I say. It's not for how I tell you should think or how I should tell you should feel. And that's what these people need to get in their head. They need to listen to their own heart and what God tells them to do. And whether I agree with it or disagree with it, it's okay. I don't care. Everybody has the right to their own opinion. Period.
Right.
To be able to speak
Exactly.
their own opinion. Period.
Exactly.
So I appreciate you being here. I do.
Well, I thank you for
And
that.
everybody that was here tonight, I probably, if I do this, it's, on a regular basis, it'll probably be normally an 8 or 9 o'clock thing. I'm off today. It's Monday. I don't work. But normally I work from 11 to sometime 10 o'clock, sometime not that early, but I'm very busy hairdresser, which is a good thing because people love me. I love them.
You
But
any close to me? I need my hair cut.
come see me, girl. I do it.
Well,
But
we probably live miles and miles away from each other.
hey, I was at my doctor today, and his wife, she's a doctor. Well, he's a whatever doctor. She's the, what do you call it? The PA, the something. Not quite doctor, but right down from
WPA.
yeah. And I was coming out and I seen her and I was like, "Hey girl, how you doing?" And she's like, "Can we get some scissors up in here?" And I'm like, "Huh?" She's like, "Can you not see his hair? He needs a haircut." But yeah,
I've been putting mine off for the last 2 months.
but anyway, I'm gonna end it, you all. And anybody, anytime I'm on, share it out. It's hate free, hush free, judgment free. Speak what you think, speak what you feel. As long as you're respectful in what you're saying, we'll listen. Okay? Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye.